Well, this is a completely random review, but hey, here we go. I'm reviewing this and I'll explain at the end why I'm reviewing it. This is Children of Men, which came out in 2006 and is directed by Alfonso Cuarón, who's done films like Y Tu Mama Tambien, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Gravity, and many others. The movie takes place in 2027, and 18 years prior, humanity has faced infertility, meaning they can no longer reproduce and make babies. And if you're to do the math, that means they stopped making babies in 2009. Because it's 2016 and, hey, we all knew humanity faced infertility. No, we didn't. But anyway, the United Kingdom is the only stable government in the world, so refugees from across the globe come together, but the UK has a very strict rule on refugees, and they are pretty brutal about it. A civil servant, played by Clive Owen, is tasked to protect this young refugee, and to make things even more complicated, she's pregnant. She's the first woman to be pregnant with a child since 2009. Now, Alfonso Cuarón is one of my favorite directors out there. Whenever you watch his movies, you can tell immediately that it's a Cuarón movie, mainly through his cinematography, because most of his films will have a tint of green, whether it's the production design, the costumes, or just the way the film looks overall. You can see little hints of green. And another thing that's a trademark of his are long takes that go on for more than 5 minutes, or hell, even more than 10 minutes, and you come out of it very impressed. I think the big noticeable example of that is this exciting car chase that takes place within the car. The camera is stationed in the middle of the car, and it moves around and rotates to show character moments and reactions to what's going on. And then at the end of the scene, the camera gets out, sees the car that it was just in drive away, and then pan down to a couple of dead bodies, and then it cuts. And throughout that whole sequence, I'm like, wow, this is very impressive, and there were no cuts at all. So that's a really impressive aspect of Alfonso Cuarón as a director, and to have his actors stay in the moment for that period of time is damn impressive. That whole sequence was very suspenseful, and so is most of the movie. You go through the movie not really sure what's going to happen. It has this very bleak environment that gives you the impression that no matter what happens, it's probably not going to be very good. This is also a science fiction film, but similar to other science fiction films like Her, the science fiction element just is in the background. It does not overshadow the story and characters. And yeah, there are a couple of gadgets and pieces of technology here and there that we don't have today, but they don't really point the camera on it to go, hey, look at this really cool piece of technology. It's more like they go, look, here's something really cool that we don't have in the background, but our focus is on the story and the characters. We don't want to get you distracted, and they do a damn good job. Your actors do a really great job also. Like I said, you have Clive Owen, who's really good in the movie as this worker who really has no sense of hope at all because of a tragedy that happened earlier. But in his duty of protecting this young woman, he starts to gain some hope. And that really is the ultimate theme for the movie, hope. It shows that even in humanity's darkest time, just this tiniest sliver of hope can bring some joy to the world and turn things around for the best. Unless, of course, humanity is extinct, which in that case, hope doesn't mean shit. So, yeah, moving on. Your other actors do a really good job, such as Julianne Moore, Michael Caine, and Chiwetel Ejiofor, even if Michael Caine does look a little weird as a hippie, but it all works in the end, to a point where I don't really have any negatives about it. If I had anything to criticize about the movie, it's that there are a couple of cringeworthy moments of violence and just something else that happens that makes me go, oh god, like it really creeps me out. But I think that's the goal of the movie. I think that's what the movie intended to do, and I can't fault it for doing that. It's just a personal preference. So Children of Men is very well acted, well directed, well filmed, well written. It's suspenseful, it moves quickly, very well paced, and I can't believe it took me this long to see it. So if you haven't seen it, then it's definitely worth seeing in your lifetime. It's not my favorite movie from Alfonso Cuarón, but it is definitely one that is again, as I said, worth seeing in your lifetime if you haven't. And that's my review for Children of Men. Now, the reason I reviewed this movie was because I am subscribed to a movie review YouTube channel called Impression Blend. And I was watching one of her videos where she talked about this Facebook group that her and a couple of other smaller movie reviewers are on called Cinebrew. So I decided to join that. And the thing is, we pick 2 movies every month and review them and post them to the group. So that's the reason why I'm doing this. So thank you for unintentionally leading me to the Cinebrew group. And if you're also a movie reviewer on YouTube, I encourage you to go check out the group and join the gang. Also, I encourage you to check out her YouTube channel. Once again, it's Impression Blend. Check out some of her videos, subscribe to the channel, and tell her that the real Mr. Robinson sent you. And with that said, I hope you enjoyed this review. I can't wait to hear what you guys think of Children of Men, if and when you see it. Comment if and when you've seen it. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Don't forget to check out my official website. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, Periscope, and Riff.tv. Don't forget, the Indiegogo campaign for our faithful companion is still ongoing. You have only less than a month to share with your friends, donate, do whatever you can to help fund this Firefly fan film. And this is the real Mr. Robinson telling you, there's only one.